So anyway, we have some amazing guests. We have 3 guests today, each of whom is famous in his way, although you probably don't know the faces that go with their work. So the first one is, I'm going to play a video now that has been seen by 17 million people on YouTube. Some of you have seen it, some of you have seen earlier versions of it, but have a look at Where the Hell is Matt? Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Harding! Welcome. Have a seat. Matt, everybody? Everybody, Matt? He speaks English. He's American. You've seen all that video, but you've never... I feel like I'm in a cell. Bring me some cookies, Dad! Here. There we go. So, okay, so I'm sure... This is a little strange, too.
You're sort of exposed.
So, I guess let's get first things out of the way. So, this isn't hooked up to anything, is it? But you were all fooled. So we have to know. So how did this begin? I mean, this is the 3rd one like this, right?
This is the 3rd video I started making about 5 years ago. Just traveling. I'd quit my job making video games because I realized I wasn't very good at it, and I realized I was good at traveling. I enjoyed it quite a lot, and
yeah, that takes some real talent.
Yeah. So I made this first video where it was 2003. Digital cameras were suddenly proliferating everywhere. I had one. It had this little video feature. You just turn a dial and you can shoot video. You don't have to carry some big thing. So I just keep it in my pocket, and every once in a while I would go stand in front of Taj Mahal or wherever I happened to be, dance, and I put that video out in 2005. It kind of got found and got a couple million views, and that's when Stride Gum came to me later that year. Stride Gum, and they're available in stores everywhere, and they said, we really liked your video, would you like to make another one? And I said, yes, and they said, would you like to make it for us? And I said, I can't, I'm broke. And they said, well, we'll pay for you, we'll sponsor you to go travel around the world.
Did they pay you in money or in spearmint?
So I spent so I spent 2006 traveling around again and made the 2nd video. It was still just me dancing in front of things, and then about halfway through that, I was in Rwanda and I danced with a bunch of kids. Just kind of spontaneously, I started dancing, and they were like, okay, and they started dancing too. And I thought, boy, you know, what the hell have I been doing? This is so much more interesting than me standing in front of landmarks to get people to dance. So after that 2nd video, I collected the thousands and thousands of emails I got from all over the world saying, why the hell didn't you come to my country? You forgot Brazil, you forgot Israel, you forgot Sweden. And we emailed all those people and said, I'm going to be in this place at this time, come out and dance. And we did it 40 times in 40 or so different countries, and every single time we did it, people would come out and dance. And that's the video you just saw.
Oh my gosh. Well, I have to say it's fantastic. It's funny and it's heartwarming and it's universal, right? There's no words, which is why I think it's so popular. The dancing itself... But that's the charm of it. So far, everything you've heard so far is already public information. It's on the web. But Matt has the most amazing story that has never been heard before because it just happened yesterday, right?
Right. This is all hot off the presses.
So you and I met like a month ago at a conference called EG. And he did an 18-minute talk, and I did an 18-minute talk. And the two of us were the funniest things at that conference, frankly. And so can you do a little like mini version of the talk?
Yeah, I'm going to have to open this up, and I'm a little embarrassed about this because...
No. He told me his air is in the shop. He told me.
Wait. Back.
See, I told you they wouldn't mind. Now can I have my iPhone back?
So the talk I gave I got the idea for it a couple weeks before, which was when this video came out called Bike Hero, which you all know the game Guitar Hero. There was this video that came out where a teenage kid, was riding on his bicycle with the camera on his bicycle along a sidewalk, and you saw the note tracking for a song that was playing on the ground.
Spray painted on the ground.
Yeah, he sort of chalked the notes for this song and then was riding his bicycle over it. And it was so cool. And then the next day it came out that it was a hoax, that it was an internet viral marketing ad agency had created this thing. They'd used CG. There was no, all the work that seemed to go into it was fake. And I was so depressed, and I thought, boy, wouldn't it suck if my video was fake too? And to what extent would that devalue the final product? Would it just be pointless if it was fake? So I decided to perpetrate this hoax of a hoax and get up and tell people that the video was fake. And I have a friend who's sort of an expert on pulling stunts like this. He did the I Love Bees campaign for Halo 2 a couple years ago and some things like that. So I went to lunch with him, and his sage advice was, make sure your story is totally ridiculous. Otherwise, people are going to believe it. Make it totally absurd. So I got up there and I gave this presentation.
Can we go to Matt's laptop?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, there we go.
So I started by saying, a lot of people...
By the way, go back to that picture. That part where you do this?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Thank you. I started by showing a lot of the comments that have come on YouTube, because there's thousands of these comments, and people are very quick on the internet to call fake.
On YouTube,
on
you
YouTube
don't mean
especially.
quick this way. The comments on YouTube are like frightening. I think they're like 6 years old.
Yeah.
They have no idea where to put the apostrophe.
Yeah. So I collected some of these comments where people were calling fake on this, and they're saying, "Oh, it's so easy to do this in Photoshop. It's
Photoshop?
Fake. I can send you the shadow, lighting, lens focus, and other analyses that prove if you want, but this is a very nice job. This is a very nice fake." And so I said, people have outed me, and I said, I'm an actor. I was hired by this viral marketing ad agency called BuzzBrain, which to me, I thought this was kind of ridiculous. I just took a bunch of internet marketing meaningless buzzwords and threw them together for a slogan. I don't think that there wasn't a chuckle in the crowd. Everybody bought that this was a real ad agency. I don't even know what the next slide is, but yeah. So I explained. I started off pretty plausible. I took this slide from Madagascar and showed people. If you look at shadow A on the left, you can see that the shadow of the little boy in Madagascar is going to the right. If you look at shadow B, you'll see that it's going in the other direction. And of course, this is totally fake. I mean, it's obviously a fake right there. And the thing about this is, whenever anybody wants to call an image a fake, you hear this. People are talking about the shadows. But this is just a thing called perspective.
And by the way, I have to explain that in the audience for this talk a month ago, by this time there was not a single person who didn't get that the whole talk was a put-on. I mean, people were dying laughing. Especially show the next thing about the.
So then I took it a step further, a little sillier, in this weightless shot, which we actually flew in a Vomit Comet that did parabolic flight. I explained that to pull this off, we had to hollow out a Boeing 727 and lower it into an Olympic swimming pool. And to prove that this is what we did, I showed the unfiltered image of me in a swimming pool. That took a long time to make that. And then, so it escalated in silliness, and what I thought would be the clincher, and I think at EG it was explaining that, get these thousands of people to dance with me. We couldn't do that. This was a hoax. We couldn't hire a bunch more actors like me because the secret would get out, so we had to build an army of animatronic puppets. And I explained that we didn't build thousands of them. We only built like 100, and we would apply skin and hair and everything over them and get the end result. And this is Larry. This is one of our base models, Larry, and here
base models.
Yeah. So these are all robots, and that's That's Larry on the right, and then we would take the base model, pull the skin and hair off, and apply.
Wait, hold on. Something's wrong with the projector.
Uh-oh.
Dylan. Oh. Jason. It's his laptop, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Okay, so then it's the video that did it. So, and then we take the base model again and apply new skin and hair and get a new dancer. And here he is dancing with me in New Guinea. And that's going to do it to us again, isn't it?
Okay.
No, we're good. And then here's Larry again in Montreal. There's Larry in Buenos Aires. There's Larry in Paris. That's him in North Korea. And then I was worried because I took Alon's advice seriously. If you don't make it totally ridiculous, people are going to believe it. So then I thought, is it coup de grace or coup de grace?
Coup de grace.
Coup de grace. The coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
Yeah.
All right. Was to show a budget. So I put together a budget for how we made this totally preposterous video. And at that point, everybody in the audience got it. They got it was a joke. Nobody was left out. The problem was on Friday. Today's Wednesday. So on Friday, this went up on the internet.
So they posted your talk online.
Yeah.
For all to see.
And what happened with this slide in particular, again, the coup de grace, which to me would reveal to anyone that this is fake, it got compressed. When you put this on YouTube, I used a very small font. You can't read it. So that joke got lost, and all I had was the animatronic puppets to tell people that this is crazy. And within hours of that video going up, this got posted on Dig with the headline, "Confession, Where the Hell is Matt? An Elaborate Hoax." So, when I go on Dig, when I go on Reddit, I actually don't go on Dig so much. When I go on Reddit, you look at the headlines, and oftentimes you just read the headline, you don't read the article. I think that's what a lot of people did. They didn't watch the video, but they read the headline, and some people freaked out. What does it say here? Viral video sensation Matt Harding responds to accusations on YouTube that his Where the Hell's Matt video was photoshopped. He reveals the entire thing was actually a big-budget viral marketing campaign. What a bunch of suckers, said Matt. So then the next day, this story shows up on, I think, Jaunted, under the hoaxes category. Matt comes clean. He was faking it all along. In a recent address to a technology conference, Matt confessed that the skeptics on the YouTube commenting community were right all along. Where the Hell's Matt is essentially a Photoshop job. The shop went so far as to create an army of robots to dance gleefully alongside Matt in many scenes. But he said it wasn't technology that enabled them to pull off the sham. It's the gullibility of people who want so badly to believe. I sound like the worst person in the world.
Well, I love this writer talking about everyone else's gullibility. Yeah. You know what? People should be licensed to use the internet. It should be a test.
So then taking it that one last step, so we've got a Dig post, which is turned into sort of an internet blog article, and then somebody took that and turned it into what is more or less a legitimate news story. Again, totally missing that it was a joke.
So this is one of those news feed services like AP.
Yeah, associated content. It was enough to get picked up by my Google alerts. I saw this yesterday.
Oh my God.
And I thought, oh crap, now it's a news story that I'm a fraud. And there's all these, Twitterverse is all, oh, he's fake, I knew it.
Hey,
And,
live by viral success, die by viral success.
So I've got my Paul is dead, and I did it to myself.
Look, you guys, go spread the word, would you, for God's sake? So, well, that is just an absolutely amazing story with this sort of Pyrrhic twist at the end that you don't deserve because, you'd have to be a complete moron not to understand, well, except for those 3 people in the back row at EG, but not to understand that this is a hoax. And thank you for coming clean about coming clean here.
Just so we're all clear, not a hoax. I did go to those places, no green screens, all right, no Photoshop.
Photoshop? Why don't they say Excel? I mean, he did it in Excel. Text edit. So what happens now, both with that and with your life?
All
right, let's start easier. What version of Photoshop was it? I mean, do people recognize you on the street?
Not unless I'm dancing. And I'm usually not dancing.
All right. Well, we're going to fix that because at the end of the show, Matt has graciously agreed to let you join him on the stage while your friend runs the camcorder for one more dance. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Harding. Thank you so much.